everybody. I'm a little bit late with this. This should have been done mid-August, but I'm behind on several things. Actually, I've got several things to do, and so I'll divide them up into a couple videos. But I'm ready to show you the year of the doodle from the 1st of July till mid-August. So let's see. There's June. We saw all of June, and this was where we ended up. And I still did not color that in, but I do plan to. So, the year of the doodle, now just to remind you and for my new viewers, the year of the doodle is where you just do a quick little doodle every day of the month just to do something artistic. They don't want you to put any thought into it. They don't want you to go to extra lengths to make it really super nice. They just want you to just play around and doodle. And that's the premise of the book. Just mark making, collaging. Well, they say you can collage and do all kinds of things. I really haven't done much of anything other than doodle. I've just been doodling and doodle, but I did collage some on these pages at the beginning. And maybe we'll add some more tonight just because it seems like fun. But I've been doing it. I started out, I was going to do it every month, and then it turned out I didn't get to it until mid-February. So now it's turned into every 6 weeks. So enough explanation. So anyway, so this is July, and my quote of the month is, "Deep summer is where laziness finds respectability." And I like that quote. So these were my doodles in July. Doodle freely and sloppy for the 3rd. Ferris wheels. And drawing me as a superhero. It just says drawing a superhero, but I decided that was me. And so there's a big J, and a J on the cape, and a J on the shirt. And that's me as a superhero. I'm not sure what my superpower is. You can tell me in the comments. What is my superpower? 4th of July, I was busy and just did a quick doodle there with some banners. And this is ice cream. It had all these little circles already on here. Sometimes it has a prompt to start with. And we all scream for ice cream. So those are, I guess the big circles were supposed to be scoops of ice cream. So I went with the prompt, which I don't always do. Ants marching. I like that. This one didn't make it, but these two did. This one's probably going to go around the rim. So it looks like he's going to make it too. So 7th, the prompt was I want. And I want to be wise. I want to be healthy. I want to be active. I want to travel. I want to be liked. Something probably everybody, those are all wants that everybody likes. A dragonfly, I doodled that. It's a little more complicated than the normal doodle, but 9 was in the stars. So if you can see a shooting star, you can see Saturn. And that's Mars because it's red. Now, it started out with doodling with what's there, and I was going to try and make a crossword puzzle, but I'm really not good at that. So I just went ahead and made it up there. I cheated. This one says, what an animal. So I drew my own animal, just my own version of what kind of a Dr. Seuss made up little animal. July 12th, that was fun. Backyard, just chilling out, just like my quote says. 13th is put a stamp on it. So I just drew a stamp, just for fun. Flamingo, I did look at something. I try not to look at anything when I do my doodles. I just do it from what I can remember in my memory. Blades of grass, and that's one thing that the lawnmower goes very frequently here, especially in July. August, not so much, because it's so hot, the grass doesn't grow that fast. And it's a little bit drier in August too. Let's see, seashells. She sells seashells by the seashore. So I always like seashells. My one daughter's name is Shelley. The 17th, July 17th, if you were stranded on a desert island, what message would you send out in doodles? So that was kind of fun. I decided, like, crazy eyes, going crazy, parched tongue, not much water on that island. That is a treasure chest. If you look at it, it's got the handles on the side, the curved trunk. There's no ice cream here. A flower lay, something to do. You got to make something. A map to find me. The reason I'm there, the ship broke. I'm so bored, I have done 1 million tic-tac-toes, all cats. Oh, and this is a map too. This is just an X marks the spot where I'm at. If you fly over, I guess. And here's my map. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. Not very colorful, but I enjoyed doing that. Okay, and then the bats. At twilight, what happens? Bats come out, and they do come out in my neighborhood. Street lights come on, fireflies appear, and the flowers close up. I like that. On the boardwalk, Venice Beach is what I'm thinking of, and my grandparents lived a few blocks from Venice Beach, and so that's where we always went on vacation. In California, we lived up in San Francisco, so we would drive down to Southern California and spend time at my grandparents'. And my sister Patty and I would roller skate. One year we had roller skates, so shoe skates. So we just had a blast, and that was in the early 60s. And I keep telling my sister, we probably started the fad. There was a huge fad about roller skating, and then went to all kinds of, rollerblading, skateboarding and all that stuff. But I'm going to say we were the first. We were the first. I think we started that fad. I will almost bet you. Because we rollerbladed every day and we had so much fun. Also, one of the things that I loved about Venice Beach is that we could get snow cones. And they were the old style snow cones with the real rough gravelly ice, and it was hot down there, and I loved to get a rainbow snow cone. I couldn't ever choose flavors. I can't choose flavors, I can't choose colors, and I would get rainbow snow cones. Now I just showed a blue one because I'm showing a grape one, because that's what I would choose today. But back in the day, boy, all this little reminiscing, but I loved Venice Beach. I loved the boardwalk. We played mostly there was a little playground there, and it had like a big slide that was like a piano lid. Like if you lifted a piano lid, it had a big slide like that. It had a pony, a couple of ponies that you could play on, and those were always, people would compete for those. They were hardly ever empty. There was always somebody playing on the ponies. and there were swings and sand, and you could check out balls to play games with. It was just a great place. We went down there every day. I can't do waving flags, but the fly your flag, and I do fly my flag, and I spent a lot getting it lit so it stays lit all the time. And I love my flag, and I fly it and I watch it out the front window, and that's just a highlight in my house is my flag. Lots and lots of ladybugs in July, so I do 3. Doodle with just dots, and that was fun. I kind of like how that looked. Pool toys. Well, these are my kind of pool toys. A lounging seat and one of those floaties that, and mostly this is what I hang out. I just hang out in the pool with that, and my sister-in-law and my niece and my daughter, and we all just hang out and talk. We'll spend hours in the pool just hanging out and drifting around and talking, and the sun's all warm on us, and we'll dip down under. Oh my gosh, I loved those days. That was my Florida days. Okay, go camping. So I drew a little campground. When I camped, mostly we tented. My husband and I bought a tent, and we took the kids tenting a lot for a couple years, and then when the tent gave out, it just gave out. We didn't pursue it. This was just kind of a do your own thing. And on the road again, and I drew a road. And I'm going to do a couple pages. I'm going to do something on 2-lane highways. I've been taking pictures out when I've been harvesting magazines, taking pictures out 2-lane highways, because that's the kind of road I'm for speed. I love the interstates. Don't get me wrong. I use the interstates, but I love a 2-lane road. And it used to be I was afraid to drive on 2-lane roads. I didn't like cars passing. I didn't want to pass cars. So I just didn't like 2-lane roads. I was always afraid of being in a head-on collision. So I avoided them for like the plague for years and years and years. And just recently, I have discovered how much I love them. And so when I'm traveling, I try to get off the interstate and take 2-lane roads for part of the time. Surf's up. Okay, I used to do some surfing back in the day on Venice Beach. When I got to be a teenager, we made friends, and they did some surfing there, not a lot, but the kids who lived in the neighborhood surfed on the beach there. And so so I did a little bit of surfing. I could never stand up on the board. But I did learn to body surf, and I was pretty good at it, I thought. Okay, Suitcase Contents on a trip to camp. So summer camp, you always had the fun t-shirts, the flip-flops, the sunglasses, the suntan lotion. And back in my day when I went to summer camp, we always took stationery because my mom and dad wanted us to write letters. Now, I put tennis rackets in the top part. I've never taken tennis rackets to summer camp. Just seemed like the thing to do in that picture. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Okay, I went one step further and did a balloon. The basket's a little bit oversized for that size balloon, but there's the fire in there, and they're skirting and rising up over the palm trees, so that's kind of fun. Close Encounters, my version of aliens. And you know what? Sometimes I do these sleep stories at night if I can't fall asleep, and I think it's hypnotism is what I think it is. But anyway, I often wondered, because I fall asleep right away, what that sleep story is all about. Well, this morning I woke up and they're talking about aliens and people coming from outer space. And I thought, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So I'm going to look into that a little bit more because I don't ever remember my dreams, but I don't want to be dreaming about aliens and outer space people because I have a secret, tiny little suspicion that they're out there. There's aliens out there and they know about us and they're more advanced than us. That's just me. I'm not going to insist anybody go along with that, but I just kind of have that little feeling. I don't think they're little green men though. I don't know what they look like. Okay, around me today, and I put who is, and I put my eyes going back and forth, no one. No one is ever around me. That's the horrible thing about being isolated. My son comes over and we sit out on the front porch. My daughter comes over every so often from Cincinnati. She's from either farther away than Cincinnati, but she comes over once in a while, and a lot this summer actually. She's come over, well, a lot in August, I should say. But normally, 95% of the time, no one is around me. So, I thought that was apt for this July 31st, which was the last day of July. Okay, August arrived. And in August, I put for my quote, "The best of the summer is gone, and the coming fall not born yet. The odd, uneven time." And it's true. And like when I was at the, if you didn't see my video on my little walk around the little farm thing, the lady had said, you know, "Oh, I'm sorry it's so untidy and so overgrown." And I said, that's exactly how a garden should look in August. It's fading, it's getting weedy. That's how gardens look in August. So I liked that it was like that. I don't even think I mentioned in the video that I did see that one person, but one of the employees from the farm came out and one just was checking to see if I needed anything because they had been watching me the whole time I was there out in the front lawn by myself sketching. Oh, I think I did tell you. She was the one that said, "Did you come here before we were sketching?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Oh, yeah. Well, there were two little old ladies here sketching." And I was like, "Excuse me, but I think you just called me a little old lady." I'm not. I'm young and vibrant. Yes, I'm 70, but I'm not a little old lady. Okay, anyway. Doodle, what's here? Okay, so what was there was that just that little thing, and I decided it looked like a flower pot to me. So, it was that and that green. So I thought it looked like a flower pot with a shrub in it. So I did that, and then I made a couple more and a little palm tree. I'm real big on palm trees. I think there's more palm trees in here. Butterfly wings. Yeah, I'm not good at butterfly wings, but you get the gist. And I love the asters. They're actually purple asters that you see right now in August. You see them everywhere, and I love them. But I made them blue because that's what I had handy. The 3rd of August, there are always flowers for those who want to see them. And that's true. It's all in your attitude. It's all about attitude. You can grumble about how awful things are, or you can look on the bright side and see whatever's good at whatever point you're at, because there's always flowers. Okay, the 4th, that was my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday, Shelley. They happen to have these circles again that look like ice cream, but I turned them into balloons because ice cream would work for birthdays, but balloons are better for me because I did ice cream. I already did that. Doodle whatever pops in your mind. Okay, some people grumble because roses have thorns. I am grateful that thorn bushes have roses. So that's kind of the attitude that I have. I'm very optimistic. I'm very upbeat normally. Not to say that I haven't been grumpy or, you know, whatever, but normally that's just my frame of mind. I'm usually pretty content with whatever life throws at me. Okay, 6 was foxy, so I drew a fox. A little bit off, but hey, that's okay. Doodle like Frida Kahlo, I have no idea, but I know Frida is out there everywhere. I've seen her in magazines. I've seen people doing Frida. I've seen people doing Fridas every day, a little bit differently. I do not know Frida. I have no idea who she is or why people are interested in somebody named Frida. I could look it up, but I'm thinking someday I'm going to catch on somehow by just coming across things. So maybe. So anyway, so that was my doodle, like Frida, because it does seem like seems like there's flowers or something in their hair. And there's a little bird flying past. I like that doodle. That was fun. I thought that was fun. It wasn't really a doodle, it was a watercolor. Because I didn't doodle over it like I normally do with watercolor. August 8th, bow ties. That was fun. You can't see the clip on the back, but each one of those has a clip to clip over the top button in between the collars. And there was a time, and I think it was in the 70s, the late 70s, where businessmen wore bow ties a lot, and my husband had a lot of them, and he used to wear them to work because he had dressed in a suit and tie for work at that time, and he got into bow ties. He really liked them. I don't think he would ever wear one like that, but he usually had a pattern on them. He wouldn't have worn these two. He would have worn this one, and maybe that one, if that was not as blatant as it looks. If it was a little more subdued into the back, if the background wasn't white and it was maybe more like a green and it just had a little square dot pattern, he was very conservative. Okay, draw your collections. Well, I don't have any collections. I don't collect anything. The only thing I have is I collect art material, I guess, but I don't collect dolls. I don't collect dogs. I don't collect squirrels. I don't collect raccoons. I thought I was going to collect raccoons for a while, but I didn't. I don't collect teacups anymore. I used to. Teacups and saucers, those real pretty kind that you have tea in. Now I have one, and it's my mother's from her wedding china. And that's the only one that I have to drink tea out of that's special. Oh, I forgot this. Remote control was number 9. 11 was royal, so I drew a crown. 12 was, and for some reason these I guess they're banners. But anyway, I just felt like doing that. August 13th, a needle and thread. So there you go. One needle and one spool of thread. Black and red, I was just at a loss that day. I didn't know what to draw. I mean, I could have drawn a checkerboard. Now I could think of a lot of things I could draw. But I ended up drawing a blue and red because I thought that was black paint when I first dipped into it, and it turned out to be blue, like a midnight blue. So blue and red feathers, or marks probably, or more like it. Diamonds in the sky. So there they are. Diamonds. There's some birds and some clouds. And here we go. This is the land, a little hill with and all that blue sky. And this one says, all the fish in the sea. Well, I didn't draw all the fish in the sea. I just drew jellyfish. I just felt like drawing jellyfish. And that was the end, because that's in the middle of August. So we'll see you again here around the 1st of October. Yep, for the next episode of my dun 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 Year of the Doodle. So hope you liked it.